Well, we're here with a friend Uncle Jeffrey grew up with. Well, it was a special day on Tuesday, the March 19th. And it's 2019, and you were born what day?
March 19th, 1919.
That means you're 100 years old. Halike Buxta Sudia. Oh, well, that's 100 years ago. My God. So we want to start. Well, where did this all start? Mom and Dad had you where?
Down in Corning, Pennsylvania. Now, when I say I was born in Corning, people think it's Corning, New York. I say no. I was born in the southern part of Lehigh County.
You sure were right at the most southern part in Lower Milford. That was Lower Milford side or Upper Milford side? Lower Milford side, wasn't it?
Lower Milford side.
Yeah, Lower Milford side. So, Mom and Dad, of course, had how many children?
9.
9. So, and how many brothers and sisters did you have?
Did I have?
Your mom and dad and you, including your 9. You're the 9. And how many brothers and how many sisters of that 9?
5 brothers and 5 sisters.
Wow.
There were 9 of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit later. But one of your brothers I knew really good, Ray Mohr.
He was the.
Was he the youngest?
No. He was the second youngest.
Second youngest. Oh my God. Well, we're going to talk about him too, and I knew him and
manager of the
Macungie Borough. I had a nickname for him, T.O. Town Owner, and he ran it. He really ran that efficiently, and he cared about that community.
Oh, yeah.
He really did. But I can see, knowing you, growing up in Upper Milford Township, and of course you resided, you worked for how many years at the Kings Highway School as janitor?
25 years.
25 years that you worked at the Kings, and of course little Jeffrey, I used to help you when I was in Mrs. Stout's class.
Gibson.
Mrs. Gibson. Oh yeah, it was Gibson because she got married.
Yeah.
That's right. And then I used to help. You had a lot to do. You gave us a good work ethic that we would help you take down the stuff downstairs to the incinerator, right?
Yeah. Those stairs downstairs are awful.
That was hard for you.
23 steps.
I never counted them, but now I know the rest of the story.
Every
Is that what,
time 23? I went down, I counted them steps.
I enjoyed that. And then I'm sure you had other youngsters do that for you too. Yeah, all through all those years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only there, going with the school, you had to keep that clean and keep everything, whatever would happen in the building, you would have to take care of. Then you had to go out, shovel snow, and you had to mow the grass in the summertime.
Drive over the eggs.
And the gawkies for the. Oh yes, that's right. Oh my God.
That happened. That I drove with the lawnmower. I drove over the eggs. I didn't know they put eggs on.
For the egg hunt.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Who was the principal at that time? Do you remember?
Probably
Neil Mohr or
Mohr.
Yeah. Oh, he was something else. What another nice man.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
And he's still around.
He's still around, and I'll see him tomorrow. And he's with the Somling. He's the Geldhaver for Numero Dreißig.
Yeah, for the Geldhaver.
Yeah, the Geldhaver.
That's the treasure.
Now, going back, we're the treasure. Now we're going back and talking the dialect. And of course, in your family back in Corning, did you talk a lot of the dialect?
That's all we spoke.
That's all you spoke. When you went to school, you had to learn English, huh?
That's right. I couldn't talk English at the time.
Now where your school was just down the road a piece way in Corning, right?
Yeah, but I didn't go to that school.
Okay, did you just move up to Powder Valley later?
Yeah,
I see. Right. Then you went to the one on Cell Road, or Powder on the hill there, huh?
Yeah.
Who was your schoolmaster those times? Do you remember?
Mr. Yoder?
Mr. Yoder. Okay, I heard that name. I know Yoder, but I knew that, which school that he taught, because he lived up there in Yoder's Hill on 29, yeah.
Hilda Schreiber.
Hilda Schreiber? That's another name?
First one of my first. Marion Miller.
Marilyn Miller. Oh, Marilyn. That's right.
Teacher.
Oh, my goodness.
First grade.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes, it is.
And, of course, you're 100 years old, Ray. Now, the Powder Valley Dam, now we're in Powder Valley, the dam was up there where Paul Eschbach lived.
Right.
Now, that's the real Powder Valley Dam.
That was
It was a big dam.
It was a big dam.
And then we had such a storm. I don't know the name.
1937.
1937. Do you remember that storm, the name of that storm at all?
Yes, I do. Remember that storm.
Okay. And, well, a lot of people think that, where that dam was, and you know it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you grew up there, and down further, near Palm Road, and Powder Valley Road, there's another dam, but that's Stahl's Dam, and everybody calls that the Powder Valley Dam, but Nix Cum Ras. Yeah, and the Mickey Mouse.
That's a good saying.
Yeah.
Nix Cum Ras, the Mickey Mouse.
Oh, man, you can't make this stuff up. You really can't.
That's often on the radio.
On the show, yep, yeah. I do that. I try to make the people happy and laugh, right, Ray? That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, is right.
Exactly.
You bet.
So 1937, so we're back at 1937, we're in Powder Valley, and of course,
that big flood.
That big flood, but did we lose anybody during that time that we know of? Did you remember?
No.
The God was with you the whole time,
Right,
no doubt about it. Now, which church did your family attend?
The one in the upper part of the valley there.
Okay, is that the Methodist? Salem Bethel. That's a beautiful church. I love the.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's where you belong to today.
I still go.
Wow. In fact, we had that broadcast up there, and I love the new building they built out there. That's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Did you broadcast from there one time?
Yep, we did. Remember that? Yeah, we did. Remember when the fellow Manishkas come up there? We made some sup.
Yeah.
Yep, made some good soup. Yep, in English. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, chili. Oh, chili. Yeah, chili we had. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, you were singing with me and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Nix Cum Ras with the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Nix Cum Ras and the Mickey Mouse. So we're back. So you moved from Corning. You went to, of course, Powder Valley, your family and all.
Yeah.
And then now one of the Moors lived at the corner of Powder Valley Road and
Batman Drive.
Batman Drive. Was it your brother? Was that a brother?
That's a brother, Ritter.
Richard. So I did know more Moors then.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
So a lot didn't flee from the home. Didn't fly away. Mom always used to say to us, Mom Taplin, you knew her good. You say, well, one day you're going to fly away. But quite a few stayed around in the area then, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody moved far from home.
No, far from home.
East Greenville, Pennsburg.
Oh, Pennspaddock, East Greenville, and those areas.
Yeah.
And okay, all right. Now, well, growing up there in that area, what was your first job?
We used to have to pick potatoes and things like Grumbaris.
What farm did you help out? The Graber farm,
Graber Farm.
The Graber farm, right up the road there from me. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
They were nice folks.
My mother used to at potato picking time. The farmers used to come to my mother and ask them, "Can Ray help pick potatoes?" Asking me. I said, you have to ask my mother, which was the wrong thing to do.
Uh-oh.
Because she knew, and I knew what was wherever.
Well, you're gonna be picking potatoes, huh?
I pick potatoes.
Was it years ago? Did you hand dig them, or did they use a plow to plow them up?
They used to hand, no, not by hand. They had A plow.
And you had a horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't easy, right?
No.
A lot of work. Yeah.
You bet it was.
Now, in fact, we're talking about the Grabers. They went on to have a lot of restaurants in that time.
Yeah.
They had the Broad Street Saloon, which was big time, and then the Globe Hotel, where that was like we went to New York for good seafood.
Yeah.
That was wonderful down there, wasn't it?
Elmer Graber had
Elmer Graber, yep. Oh my God, we really had special things around us where we grew up, didn't we, Ray? It was wonderful.
I remember when you talked to Beulah.
Beulah Miller.
Yeah.
She's another historical person that I got to. Yes, what a wonder. And she was born on the farm, the milk farm.
Right. Yeah.
And the Batman farm. I bet you drank a lot of that milk in the days.
Batman Drive.
I can recall when some of the Batmans and Beulah would tell me when Pop Batman gave up that business. Yeah. That of course Longacres was down the road a piece way, so he kind of grouped with them to help Longacres promote in their area.
Yeah.
And that time, Longacres would pasteurize it. It was kind of different, wasn't it?
Got it started there, didn't it?
Yep. It was. There's nothing like regular milk before it's pasteurized. There's something about that, but they say it's better. So you don't get sick or anything, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing like getting it for.
You knew what they were doing.
Yeah, well, you guys grew up okay. I don't know, so you got to wonder though, right? But that's the way things go.
Take the cream off the top.
Yeah,
came up in the bottle.
Yep. Did you ever help like on the Batman for the milk cows or anything?
No, I didn't.
Did you got at home, like in Corning or anywhere? Did Mom and Pop have their own milk cow or anything?
No.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, we moved from Corning to Potter Valley,
and that's
when I was 1 year old.
1 year old. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, did we go over in the 9 of yous? Where were you in the 9?
Number 2.
Number 3. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay.
My brother Paul was the oldest one.
Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, growing up there, you remember when the fire Upper Milford West Old Zionsville started the fire company?
Yeah.
You remember all that, and that was important.
Yeah.
And then of course the war came up, and you were involved, and you were called to duty for World War II. Number 3.
And I was one of the first 4 men from Lehigh County.
Wow.
That was drafted in 1940. Yeah,
1940?
42.
42 when it started, yeah?
Yeah.
In Lehigh County, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. Unfortunately, for you, it was a wrong number. You know what I mean? It was a number that you got called.
I was called. I one of the first 4 in Lehigh County.
Wow, that's amazing.
I have a picture of the 4 of us, and then a picture a couple of months later when there were hundreds drafted.
Wow, from our area.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
County.
Now, well, before you got drafted, you met some beautiful lady.
Oh, yeah. You know, her sister lived in the old mill down below Potter Valley, that mill.
Yes.
My wife's sister lived down there.
I see.
And she used to come over from Berwick.
From Berwick?
Yes.
So Claire, she comes from Berwick?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, you really import her. That's far away, really.
That's up the line.
Yes. Oh my goodness! So she come visit her Schwester, and then go ahead.
Caught on.
They caught on. Okay, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So I never realized that. So before you left for the war, you got married, right?
No, I was already in the service.
Oh, okay.
But then we got married.
Oh, I see.
In 1942.
42. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were married before you went into service?
No.
No, after.
I was in the service.
And then you came home?
Got married. And the next day, I left for France.
Wow, we got some special things to talk about over there. What you were given awards and everything. In fact, our Jimmy Ritter is going to read that population. What was that called? That certificate? What did they give you? An honor? Yeah, and we're going to talk about. Okay, Ray. Before we continue on with about the service and everything, there's a very special pillow here, and this is you on there. You had something. My goodness!
In England.
In England, that picture was taken in England.
Yeah.
And of course, these lovebirds. There's Claire. There's your wife, Claire.
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't it amazing what they can do in technology?
Oh yeah.
And you just got this for your birthday. What, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
That was nice. Well, your grandchildren and your children, they all love you very much. So we all do too. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You and your wife are a gift to us.
Yep.
Absolutely. Anyway, you got married. You're over in the service, and of course, you spend some time there before you even were able to get home or anything.
Right. We went to England first. And we stayed there a little over a year. We were stationed in England before the invasion came off.
Okay.
That was June the 6th, 1941 or 2.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, were you at any special rank at the time?
I was a T4. That's a stripe with a T underneath.
I see. Okay.
T4, technician 4th grade.
Wow. Now you had 9 brothers, a total of 9 with you and the family. Did Mom and Dad have, besides you going over and serving, were there others that served?
Yeah, Ritter and what was the other one's name?
Richard and Dick. And Dick was. And
how come I can't remember that?
Well, you're 100 years old. You're allowed to get away with that.
Okay.
Well, there was something special about 3 years to be away, and you were already married.
Yes.
Wow.
I got married.
Were you able to send correspondence back and forth with
Yes,
Claire?
we had wrote letters from England. We had the V letters.
The V letters.
A lot of people don't know about the V letters.
I never knew about V letters. What was V letters?
A V letter was a form that you wrote on.
Oh.
And then they took a photograph of it. And
wow.
And they sent it in a condensed form.
That's amazing. And back in the 40s, that's what they did.
That's what they did.
Were you limited to how many you could do?
No, you could write as many as you wanted.
Now, Claire wrote you back?
Yeah.
And did they do the same process?
No.
No?
They had not that opportunity to write.
And they could write, and then you would get the actual letter then, huh?
Right.
Do you still have those letters?
I probably have some around somewhere. Do I, Jackie?
Wow. So, okay, you do. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, while you were over there, boy, Mom and Dad had a lot of prayers, concerned that you guys were over there fighting actively. And did you meet a certain brother over there while you were over there? Were surprised?
No. Where was I at the time? Germany, I think.
Were you in Germany?
Yes.
And you were in some castle. There are a lot of castles over the land of the castle.
Right. Castle, right.
And was that
George Goebel's castle, and he was no longer in the castle at the time.
I see. Is that at the time, not then? Was that along the Rhine River?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's in Reich, Germany, R-E-Y-H-E-D.
Wow.
Right.
Now, how did Dick know you were there, and he surprised you then, right?
Yes.
Your brother Dick.
He was driving a truck and driving gasoline, really, find you, and I was stationed in this castle at the time.
I see.
The Wright Castle belonged to George Goebel.
Wow. Wow, that was a That's amazing. And but he wasn't there at the time, though, right?
No.
They all kind of left the area with the war.
He was evacuated.
Evacuated,
Yeah.
right. Now, I wonder how your brother found out you were there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a process. You somehow got together somehow. I don't know.
That had to be a wonderful thing, huh?
That was. I was sleeping upstairs in this castle. Slov is good.
Yeah, that's right.
And where was I? I was sleeping upstairs, and the secretary at the desk downstairs came up and said, "Somebody's here to see you."
And she didn't reveal who it was either, did she?
No. So I went downstairs, and here was my brother, Richard.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful.
We had a good time.
Wow.
And I spent the day with him. I went with him for
help deliver gas.
Took a little gasoline.
Wow. So then your people in charge, you've allowed you to leave for a little while.
Yes, yeah.
Well, you were a wonderful man, so they were easy to give you a break because you were a good person, right?
Oh, sure.
That means a lot. Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So were you in the war to the end, or everything was over?
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
We met up with the Russians at the Elbe River.
At the Elbe River, wow. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, was anybody over there during the war that you knew from the Lehigh Valley besides your one brother?
No, I didn't meet him.
Yeah.
Now, there was one fellow with me in the same unit, Kurtz from East Greenville.
East Greenville, okay.
Yeah, and he was in my unit the whole period.
The whole period of time.
Right.
Oh my goodness. So you did have somebody close to you in that area.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I guess when the war was over, they really blew sirens and everything.
Yeah.
When that all happened, and then you were able to return home then, huh?
Well, the war was over.
Afterwards?
The war was over, and I was.
When you were released.
Released. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, Ray. One of the big things that Mr. Kaufman. Do you remember Mr. Kaufman?
Yes, I do. From Science of Emmaus.
Emmaus, yes. And he did a tribute to Normandy, and you're 100 years old, and you were there. I
was there.
You were there.
We were on the channel, that's the English channel, for the whole day, the 5th of June. We were supposed to land the next morning. And we tried to land, and it was so cluttered up, the beaches, that there was no room for another boat. We were on an open LCT, landing craft tank, which was opened.
It opened down, and you had to run out and do your thing, right? Do you remember how you felt?
I do not remember too much about it.
You just
went through it.
You just did your thing. Yeah. Amazing what you all did for us to protect each and one of us.
Yeah, we bet. It's amazing how you went through it and didn't even think about it.
No, it is amazing.
It's a terrible thing.
It was a terrible thing. God was with you the whole time. There's no doubt about it.
That was awful.
Yep. And unfortunately, you lost people that you knew.
Oh, yeah.
Now, later on in time, your grandson took you over there.
Oh, yeah, that was a wonderful trip.
And we have some pictures here that we were looking at together. And here you are.
That's a monument to the 29th Division on Omaha Beach.
That's amazing. But that gentleman there, you.
Yep.
You still fit in your uniform for back when you were in the war.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, Ray, this is something very special that you got in, looks like they're in 2013, February 26, 2013, a special honor here. We want to tell the friends and neighbors what this is all about. You got this from
France.
From France, and this is called
the Medal of Honor.
The Medal of Honor.
Knight of the Legion of Honor.
The Knight of the Legion of Honor. That is a high prestige, the highest rank. That is awesome. That is certainly is amazing. It really is. In fact, we're going to have Jimmy come around, and he's going to read it for us. It is some of it is in their dialect in French, but we're Pennsylvania Dutch, so we don't do so good with that. Say that. Yeah, bist du verhudelt is right. So we'll do it in English. And Jimmy, come around here. I want the folks of the highest honor that you can get that Ray received back in 2013 of February, and Ray's gonna hand that. Okay, I'll keep it up at the same time. That is simply amazing. I remember it was in the newspaper when you got all this.
Yeah.
And we're just so excited to be with you.
All right. Now this is in French, and it was sent to Washington from the Consulate, the General of France. The French Consulate. Dear sir, you have been named a Chevalier of the Legion of Honor as a sign of France's gratitude for your personal contribution to the liberation of our country during World War II. Allow me to confer you, Mr. Raymond T. Mohr, in the name of France, in official recognition of your distinct military service in France, your insignia of Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur, the French highest award.
Easy for him to say.
Yeah, I had 2 years. I had 2 years of French at Upper Perk.
Aha! It paid off, hey.
It was tough for me. I was one of the many Dutch kids in French class, and it was pretty tough. With my sincere congratulations, yours faithfully, Olivier Serra-Lemers, Consulate of the General of France.
Wow, that's beautiful, Ray.
Okay.
Absolutely beautiful. That is the highest honor you can get. Well, when you landed there, you made it safe for them. Yes.
I want to say a story that comes out of trips. You know, there's always an antidote to a trip, and I have one to tell you.
Okay, we want to hear that.
My grandson and I were in France, and got on the train in Paris, and we were going up to Normandy. And in the meantime, Jeffrey said to Ray, I have to go to the lavatory. You know what they are.
Oh, yeah. We had them in school.
So he took off. We were sitting in the train, and we were going towards Normandy, and Jeffrey says, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, okay. He said, now you stay here. And this it was like water over the dam. In the meantime, as soon as Jeffrey left for to go to the lavatory, I got up and walked off.
Oh, you walked off?
And he came back and he couldn't find me. Oh, that was a terrible moment for him.
Oh, my goodness. I would have been frazzled, too.
I can imagine what he went through. Anyways, we made it. We found each other.
How long were you apart?
Not too long.
Not too long.
No.
I know how I'd feel too. Absolutely.
That was a bad moment.
Bist du schlechte Boo?
Yeah, schlechte Boo.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now is your grandson Jeffrey too?
That's just an Andy Jordan.
Oh, okay. The same first name spelling. Okay. Wow. You have wonderful French, y'all.
Oh yeah.
You're very blessed.
He was good to me.
Absolutely. To take that trip. What year was that trip when you went over there?
Who can tell me? I don't remember.
Wow.
About 7 years ago.
About 7 years ago?
Yeah.
You really enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Didn't mind the flying over there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like flying.
I didn't either, but you went. You were there, came back.
I went both ways.
You did. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then, well, we come home from the war, and then where did you and Claire reside?
Down in Powder Valley.
You didn't leave Powder Valley.
No, I didn't get far from home.
No, the apple don't fall far from the tree, right?
You bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and then of course you had children.
Yeah. Jackie.
So you had one girl
And a boy.
Jackie and a boy. No, only one. Okay, so you had.
She had a boy before we were married.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I see. That's what you're referring to. So
Yeah.
So you had Jackie.
Yeah.
And then, of course, what job did you work when you first came back?
The same one I had when I went
Well, you're
to...
picking the Elmer Graber Grumbatas.
Yeah.
Oh, you well, you had to do what you had to do, right?
The farmers used to go and ask my mom, can Ray go pick potatoes?
Wow, that was important.
She said she has no choice.
Yeah, that's what you did, right?
That's what you did.
Absolutely.
And I went and picked potatoes.
So when did you end up living in 29 on the near 29 and 100 on the highway there?
Built that in
You built that
59.
home?
59.
In 59. My God, I wasn't even born yet.
Oh,
Okay.
no kidding.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you moved there
yeah.
in 59. And
Yeah.
did Paul, Chris, and Mary live up the road from
Yes,
there?
I did.
Did they live there before you?
Yeah.
Wow. Did they build that home there?
Yes, I did.
Wow. My goodness gracious. Well, when did you start for the East Penn? Was it East Penn
In
School District?
1960.
1960 before
I
was born
worked at
again.
Air Products
Oh, you worked for Air Products in Emmaus when it was in Emmaus?
up in Trexlertown.
In Trexlertown, okay.
For 5 years
5
I
years.
worked there.
Mm-hmm.
Then they kept laying people off after the first strike.
Yeah, I kind of heard about that, about
And,
Air Products.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then it came a point where if they didn't need somebody, they laid them off. Before that, they kept people on.
So that didn't go good with you.
No.
And you needed to move on.
Right.
So you had the opportunity. The Kings Highway School was there.
Yep.
What year was that built? It was just built not too long, right?
58.
58. So it was a real opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Now, was that East Penn School District or was that Upper Milford?
No, it was East Penn already.
It was East Penn already?
Yes.
Okay, because you remember what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It was broken down before they went all together in the area and consolidated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, like when you went to school together, what was it years ago back in the one-room schoolhouse? Do you kind of remember that at all?
Oh.
Was that just like Upper Milford School District?
There's a middle over there on that table. Over on the table there.
Oh, the Kings Highway School?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we find that. Now, you were the first janitor for the school then when it opened?
No, there was one man, a janitor before me.
Okay.
Oh, what was his name?
Did you remember?
Helfrey?
Was he was there?
Helfrey?
Halfridge.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, well, that's the one who had the turkey farm.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And that's when they built the Elgin Drive there.
Yeah.
That's when they made the development there. And the mine hole was down there. You ever go to that mine hole, go fishing?
Back in the...
Yeah, by Halfridge, the turkey farm.
Yeah, I've been back in the...
Wow. So in the school, when you started working for the school, did you walk to work or did you drive? Because you only lived down the road.
It's almost like a person asking, Did you walk to work or carry your lunch?
Yeah, right. Because I talked to Mr. Shantz. He used to walk all the way down to Hereford to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when he butchered. Yeah, absolutely. But that's what you did years ago.
Well, you worked where you couldn't. I worked for, like, picking peaches in the summertime.
What orchard did you pick at in those days?
What?
What orchard did you do that?
Pennypacker.
Oh my God, yeah. Pennypacker's orchard.
Abe Pennypacker.
Abe Pennypacker,
so
yeah.
I worked on a Saturday. I picked peaches. And come Monday morning, Ray went to work.
At the King's Highway School.
Wow. And Mr. Pennypacker said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I want to work."
Yeah.
He said, "You didn't work yesterday, you're not working today."
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow. No kidding.
That's true.
Is that right? So he wanted you to work all through the week.
Yeah,
and had a full-time job.
He wanted to work over the weekends. Yeah.
Wow. Abe was tough.
Yeah.
Abe was tough, right?
Yeah, you were.
Some were tough as nails. That's the way it goes. So we have something special from the King's Highway School that we want to look at. Is that correct, Jimmy?
What we have here is Ray's perfect attendance from 1928.
I could believe that.
Oh, they don't give you those anymore.
No, they don't. They should. But that's probably because they can't, because they don't have good attendance. They didn't have the ethics. They don't have the ethics today. So the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Public Instruction, okay, certify Ray Mohr a pupil in the public schools, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, in accordance with a statement filed by the teacher with the Bureau of Attendance, Department of Public Instruction, has neither absent or tardy during the school year certified below: 1928, 1929, 1930, 1932. My goodness, from the superintendent of schools, Mervyn J. Wortman. And then, was that Helfrich? Joshua A. I can't read that. Anyway, that is amazing. That's an achievement.
Yeah.
So youngsters out there, it can be done. And it was done.
They don't give those out anymore.
No, because they can't achieve them. That's why.
Right.
So that's probably why they stopped it, unfortunately. Yep. Being late. And unbelievable. So the King's Highway School, when you were there, you burnt coal.
Yes, we did. And
now, where did your ashes go? Because they used to use them on the highway.
That was a tough job.
It was a tough job.
All hand fired.
Yep.
To go up and down those steps, 23 steps.
23 steps. I never counted them when I used to take the trash down for you.
Over the weekend.
Did we burn that trash years ago? I don't remember. Did you put that in the incinerator then? I can't remember.
I think Helfrich picked them up.
Helfrich picked them up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was a turkey farm down there.
Right.
Yep. The active turkey farm. What was the name of that hill there between the church and the post office and township building?
I don't know.
Turkey Farm Hill. A lot of people don't know that name. I talked to the folks that lived on that build on the Fegley farm.
Yeah.
We talked, and you knew all the Fegleys on the farm there, and I would say the Turkey Farm Hill. They look like I'm crazy, but that's what it was. The turkey with the Helfrich on that whole thing. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So in those days, the school teachers that I can remember, Grace Fellman. And
she was one of the first ones.
Was she one of the first ones?
Yes.
Grace Fellman, Mrs. Bieber. Yep, Mrs.
She's
Stout.
still living, Mrs. Bieber.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
Oh my God, Ray. Where's she at?
She's living in the Maze on 2nd Street.
I gotta talk about her. Oh my God. And Mrs. Dennis is still living too.
Yeah.
Marge Dennis.
Uh-huh.
Now, let's talk about Marge. I started kindergarten at Kings Highway. Mm-hmm. Would you believe I flunked kindergarten?
Oh, no.
And you know what? Marge Dennis flunked me. You know why? I wouldn't talk much. Now I talk too much, and that's true. Honest to God.
That's good.
Yeah. That's now you know the rest of the story. And I would have asked her sometime, about that. But anyway, then I had to go over to Veracruz School with Mrs. Tuttle.
Yeah.
Really nice ma'am. Oh my God, we had such nice teachers.
Yeah.
But Grace Feldman, she was strict. She didn't put up when you heard that drawer open real quick to get the ruler, somebody was in the Hunstall.
The Hunstall.
Yeah, but they were all good. Now go back to the principals. You had Neil Mohr, schoolmaster. You had, of course, Mr. Pavone, Mr. Gordon.
That brings people up I didn't even think about for a long time.
Well, I kind of remember, because,
Pavone,
Neil Mohr, he's with Newer Dryce, so I got to see him. And did you ever take notice to Neil Mohr's writing?
Yeah.
How beautiful his writing was. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yep. I always took notice of that. And the years when we had the school functions, we had what PTA night or student or conferences.
Yeah.
I remember one time Mom always baked for them because they used to sell baked goods for them.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember Mom made a big old chocolate cake with peanut butter icing on it.
Oh, boy.
And Claire, your wife, she bought that. She bought that to take home.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was so good. But and then later in years, your wife Claire, she worked as an aide at the shoemaker school.
Yeah.
And she helped me. I had writing of a doctor, and she's just always wanted me to slow down. And in Jim Bleem's class,
Jim Bleem,
he would make time that she would take me to where her office was, and have me sit and write out all this stuff to clear up my writing. Yeah, I'll never forget
that's
that.
Wonderful.
And she was so patient with me.
Yeah.
So when I signed things real fast, she's over my shoulder. She's like I say, I think of Claire, your wife. Now slow down, Uncle Jeffrey.
That's a good story.
And that's the real thing, and that's so true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. With the young and the parents and all that. They're amazing.
Do you know what the highlights of my experience as a janitor was when Kennedy was shot?
Oh my God.
I was cleaning up the cafeteria after lunch.
Wow.
And I heard it on the TV.
Wow.
That Kennedy was shot.
What did you just do? That was terrible because I was really, that whole situation was devastating.
Yes.
Did you get to bring the TV and the kids could come to class and all together? Did you just do that? You remember?
I was the first one to tell the head teacher.
Who was the head teacher at the time?
Mrs. Feldman.
Oh, Grace Feldman. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All had been devastated.
Yes,
and it was frightening.
Frightening for me.
Yep. So you knew where you were and everything during the school day and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, devastating day.
Mm-hmm.
You remember those moments because I remember as a Lower Milford policeman where I was when 9/11 hit. It was all devastating.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Remember those days.
You do remember those devastating times.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Anyway, Kings Highway School was built, and you grew up there, started in Corning Powder Valley. But when that school was built, that was all mines there.
Right.
And they covered, that was always scary, but nobody ever fell in. It all worked out. Everybody was afraid everything was going to cave in, right?
Yeah.
But that was certainly amazing where it was built on and everything. And you remember all that. You were working at Air Products when all that was being built.
Yeah.
And then you were the second person to be the janitor there. Yes.
Yeah.
That's certainly amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. And that's where you retired then, correct? You retired there at the East Bend School?
Yes, I did.
At Kings Highway?
Yes.
Right. Right. And you had a lot of work. You took care of that whole building all year round.
Oh, yeah. Up and down the stairs.
Yep. And remember, I used to put up the flag for you, too.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Upside down and all.
Oh, did I put it upside down? Oh,
I don't know.
I remember I learned to fold it with you. You taught me how to fold that. Yep.
Three-corner.
But that was good that you brought us students to do those. We learned stuff from that.
Sure.
We did. It helped you, and it helped us to learn to be responsible and everything. So you did so much for the community. Absolutely.
A lot of happy days.
Those were happy days. They were beautiful days.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed them all, yes. And, of course, we talked about your one brother, T.O. I call him Pound. I'll never forget this.
Classy.
He was real strict, and his wife worked in the office there, too.
Yeah.
And Esther, right?
Yeah, Esther.
I'll never forget. I sold radio, and I was a dispatcher and a policeman, just becoming all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I sold this first radio system to Macungie Borough.
Oh, yeah.
And the frequency 155.955. We got it assigned.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that well.
Oh, well.
And I put all the purchase order. And I didn't want Classy to take it wrong, but I put T.O. on the side. He looked at his side. He looked at it. You got his face like. T.O. I says, you are the town older buddy. You're wonderful. And he smiled. I thought, oh, man. Either he didn't like her arm in the Hunstall.
The Hunstall.
Yeah. But before he had that, do you remember the bakery, Esther?
Yeah, up on
It was that on Church Street?
Church Street.
Yep. Where they had the bakery. Wow. That's
Mohr's Bakery.
The Mohr's Bakery. Yeah. I kind of remember. I was too young.
Yeah.
So, and let's go back during the days growing up in Upper Milford, Lower Milford Township, that area. Remember, we had Batmans. The Batmans used to deliver milk, right? Then you had Long Acres.
Yeah.
Now, what about? Do you remember who used to deliver the meats and everything? I remember Nell Skaman.
The meats.
The meats. Strunky. Yep. And then did Nelson, and then he worked for them on the route. I remember he used to blow the horn for Mom, and Mom used to get the cheese. Because we had, on our farm, our small farm, we grew our own pigs and one beef. And then we just get, the odds and ends from the butchers. But that was neat. And we also had the bakes delivered from East Greenville. Brunner's. Oh, good schmuck, Ollie. The little potty pans.
I worked there for.
Did you work there?
A short time.
Oh my goodness! Did you
yes,
so?
I did.
Oh my goodness!
Started early in the morning.
Well, that's what time you had to bake things.
4:30.
You got up with the chickens. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that brings back memories.
Oh, they really had good products.
Yeah.
They really did.
It was known for a good product.
It was a good. That's when they used they used lard and butter to make their and those small. Oh, the blueberry pies, the cherry pie. Oh, I can taste them now. Oh, schmack alle gut, huh?
Yeah, schmack alle gut.
Yeah. We out in that area, we grew up with some really neat things.
Oh,
no
sure.
doubt about it.
Yes.
How about the Hilltops service station for a malt or for a milkshake? You remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Munces had it.
Munces had it too, but then it goes back to. Did the Yakels have it one time, or who else?
Yeah,
way back in time. Yeah, those were the days, and of course, we even had our own movie theater.
Oh yeah,
the Christopher started that, right?
Yeah,
and we had the movie theater in Shimersville, up the road from you there.
But we weren't allowed to go.
No,
it was a bad thing for us.
No kidding. Well, all I remember growing up, I remember Herbie the Love Bug was there. I saw that movie, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I think later on there were some flicks that were a little bit questionable. Yeah, way back in the, you're right. And then up the road, we had Cressley's ice cream stand.
Yeah.
Yep, and he used to raise the fish down in his pond. Well, it's time to feed the fish. Well, he just passed on. He was 103 when he passed away.
Yeah, that's right.
Leo Cressley. He used to be up there, and that's the other thing is, how about our bus drivers?
Yeah, we had bus service to
Bill Schlicker, Paul Eschbach.
Yeah.
And so many others that lived in the area, and some of the highlights. Carlton Wenner used to help out Russell, who owned the Leibensburgers, who owned the buses.
Yeah.
They did the transportation for East Penn in those days, and of course, when we were good kids, for our fire drill, they would take us to Cressley's to Leo Cressley.
Yeah.
And that's when it was 10 cents for an ice cream cone or something.
Boy.
And they treated us for ice cream. If we weren't schlecht de buvas, if we were good boys and girls, we got ice cream from them.
That was wonderful.
And of course, the only Ford bus I ever saw, I was bus 55 where William Schlicker drove.
Yeah.
And he took it home to Corning.
Yeah, Corning.
Yep, he took it home to Corning to park his machine. And then Paul Ashbach, who lived by the real Potter Valley Dam.
Yeah.
And he also drove Bale, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he part-time for Bale.
Memories. I didn't remember that anymore.
Yep. And,
yeah.
And that goes back during the time period that he drove bus. And Paul Eschbach was the only one that had a Ford.
Oh.
Do you remember the terrible day? It was a rainy day.
Yeah.
Paul was not driving that day. We had another driver. Do you remember coming down the hill by Cressley's ice cream stand?
Yeah.
Where the driver didn't get around the corner.
Yeah.
Remember when they were going, when they left Kings Highway, they were going to Shoemaker.
Yeah.
And they went off the road, skidded off the road and hit the pole. Remember that?
I know, I don't remember.
Yeah, that was bus 56. That was Paul Eschbach's bus. Man, he was all bent out of shape. Thank God nobody. The driver was a hurt a little bit, but not. It could have been really terrible.
Yeah.
But that was his bus, and it got. Actually, it was done.
Mm-hmm.
It was totaled. Yeah. So that was back in the day, and of course, and then Shoemaker School was built, and Claire, your wife, worked there.
Yeah.
And I remember that well. And you were still at the Kings Highway School, and you had a total 28 years in? Was it longer for East Penn?
I don't know how long.
It was pretty long.
Yeah.
It was pretty long. 25. Yeah, about that. Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
But you served good for us up there, and that was a lot of work. There's a lot of responsibility for a school. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, besides that terrible day when our president was shot and killed down there in Texas. It was Texas, right, where he was killed.
Yeah.
And that terrible day. Anything else during that time when you worked there?
Nothing exciting happened.
Nothing exciting. What about power outages and everything? Storms? Did you have a lot of them up in our area?
I don't remember.
Don't remember that.
No.
You know what? You were always so calm, and nothing. You always made sure things got done, or no matter what was going on up there.
Right.
And you used to take care of it. We used to have the sliding board and all that. Used to maintain it, the monkey bars and the merry-go-round.
That brings up an interesting story.
Okay.
One day, I got a message from the office that, who wanted to see me? Mr. the district attorney.
Oh, which one at the time?
Yeah, what was his name?
Well, Bill Platt. There was Martin, but that was later on. Now you're going back. Oh, yeah, I kind of know all.
Yeah, he was I can't.
What's that? Oh, Worth. Was he? Yeah, Wally Worth.
Who?
Wally Worth?
It was him before him.
Koch. Oh, and then he became a judge.
Yeah.
Oh, Judge Koch. I knew him,
one day, a message came down from the office. Ray wants to see you.
Oh,
and he had a beautiful daughter.
Wow. Now we know the rest of the story.
Yeah, sure the rest. Anyway.
Did she work there or something? His daughter, no?
No, she was a student. Yeah, she was a student.
Judge Koch lived in he lived there.
Township.
Oh, because later years, Judge Koch, I knew, when after district attorney, he became one of the biggest judges in Lehigh County. That's when, and then he moved to Allentown. I didn't realize that. Go ahead.
Anyways, he said, he got a message from the office. Mr. Koch wants to see you. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big order.
You got that right.
So, 2 days went by, and I was sweating it out. But Mr. Cook wants to see you, and I finally met up with him. And he said, I backed into your merry-go-round.
Oh
boy, what a relief.
You got that right.
Yeah.
My God. Well, when did he do that, I wonder? Did he used to bring his girl to school?
He used to bring her to school.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Boy, now I know the rest of the story because Judge Cupp, Jerry Duckett asked me to get a scanner for him and program it for him. So he could monitor. Judge Cupp, he was a good judge. He was a nice man. Very, very smart, very common sense judge and all that.
He was living alone there.
Is that right? I never knew that. Yep. Then they moved to Allentown at one time when he come judge. My God, you really had the experiences there.
I tell you.
But now they took all that stuff away. Only thing they have is a basketball thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember anybody really getting hurt on that. Do you?
No.
I don't know. No. I know I used to wrestle back there, and then we used to get scolded with the neighbors. Remember, you clean out the fence lines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stroheckers, and there she used to come out and yell at me because I was a big guy. I always thought I was I ain't a bully. They just come out, but I was always a big guy. Nobody ever, they always, and I always stuck up for everybody that that they picked on or whatever.
Yeah.
But we had a great time in Kings Highway because of the great teachers and a person like you. We grew up very nicely.
Oh, thank you.
We, things today is questionable. It's like kind of sad. But anyway. What are we going to do?
What's coming to do?
What's coming to do? Niks Kamras and the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Niks Kamras.
Is there anything else you want to cover? Talk about the days growing? Anything special about growing up in Upper Milford Township? About the times and everything? You and Claire?
Nothing.
You went to the same church?
Yeah.
Yep. I love that church.
Still go to the same church.
Yep. It's a beautiful catech.
It's down to almost nil.
I know. That's the problem. That's the problem with the days. That they're getting empty. They're not like it should be. You're right. Yeah, they're missing. They're missing that in their life.
The attendance is down.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. Yep. No. That's why things are a little bit. You look at the television and stuff that's going on.
Yep.
Doesn't it make you wonder? It's like, wow, what's
going on?
What's going on? Absolutely.
Right.
But the other thing I wanted to touch base with you as my mind's coming together here during the days. We grew up in an area that we all worked together. You had the fire. We had a great fire company there.
Oh, you still do.
And we really do.
Yeah.
And then and the days when they used to have the cowboys come up there, when they had entertainment at the fire company, you and Claire used to come up there, right?
Yeah.
Now I know another thing, being with you, having a broadcast there at your church. I know you love to sing.
Yeah,
you do. And once in a while, one of the songs that we do on CWTAP that Rudy Perkins wrote. He grew up at the Good Shepherd Home. And he wrote that song.
Who wrote it?
Rudy Perkins.
Oh.
Roll number 2, seat number 3. I was taught the golden rule as we sat in Sunday school. How I wish you were back there with me. Oh, I hate to see you go. For I learned to love you so. In row number 2, seat number 3. When the wedding bells ring and the choir begins to sing, should you think of the love that used to be when you walk down the aisle and you turn and try to smile? I'll be in row number 2, seat number 3. And one of the highlights last year, you were with the Iron Pigs and you sang.
Yes.
And coming up on April the 4th, 2019, for you folks out there watch on TV, it'll be again on a Veterans Day promotional thing for the Iron Pigs. You're going to be singing a song.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
100 years old, friends and neighbors. Ray Mohr, CWTAP TV on the road, and what a blessing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you much.
God bless you.
Thank you.